namaste, good evening, good afternoon, sat sri akal, kemon acho, assalamu alaikum, and a very warm welcome to my channel. Good evening, friends. This is Laurel signing in, and the last video channel which I made was I had prepared this pot of flowers which I had shown you. So we had grown carrot last time, so I have put the sticker of carrot so that we do not forget that this is the carrot pot. So in my first video I had shown you how to grow a carrot plant. So this is how it has grown up. It started to grow, and here you can see a few sprouts here and there, and the carrot plant has started to grow. What a wonderful energy. So we have carrot here, which is the carrot plant, and I've labeled it as a carrot plant because I would know the difference, as all my pots look similar, so I can share with you. And the second one was the creeper. So the progress of the creeper plants, oh my goodness, wow, it has started to grow. See here, there are some roots coming up, sprouting even in the corners if you notice. Here we go. So they have started to sprout up within a week. So I'm very excited. I'm happy that my plants are beginning to grow. So what I'm going to basically show you in this video here is how we are going to add more nutrients and proteins to our plants. Now there are various ways on how we can add proteins to our plants. So I have a few tips which are not expensive, and we use these items in our daily use. So the first number one would definitely be eggshells. Now all of us know that even we know in our daily lives, egg has a lot of protein. So as we boil eggs, I have with me here, I had boiled a few eggs, and these are the eggshells. After boiling the eggs, these are the eggshells. So what I've done is basically, instead of disposing the eggshells into the trash can, if you have a closer look at it, this is how it looks. After you boil an egg, do not throw away the eggshells. So this is how the eggshell looks like after boiling the egg. So I put them in a container. What I'm going to do is I'm basically going to simply add them into the soil, above the soil, so that these proteins, if you notice that these proteins are there inside the eggshell as well, not only in the egg but also a few proteins are there in the eggshell. So what I'm going to do is, so that my plants grow up nicely, or so that we can have a more nutrient plant life, we're going to add these eggshells into our plants. So I will add these eggshells into the plant and show you how. Basically, I have a pot of plant here. So I'm simply going to add the eggshells on the beginning of the soil. Like, I'm just going to drop them in above the soil or even in between the soil, and you can add more soil onto it. If you are growing a new plant, that would be a very nice thing to do. But I would suggest, when you grow a new plant, do not add the eggshells at that point of time, because you already have you just sprouting up new seeds. So once the plant grows at least to this level, it started to grow. Now this bucket of plant, if you notice, was planted like 3 or 4 weeks ago, a month ago. So it has grown, and I have simply dropped in the eggshells into the plant. So adding it here so that it gives more nutrients to our plants. So eggs have a lot of protein, as we know, so it also gives proteins for a better plant life growth. And the next thing, the second tip, that was my first tip, and the second tip here would be, when we make tea, when we boil tea or we make tea at home, we have the tea powder which we throw away. So as we make tea and we boil the tea, the tea powder. This is what I had tea early in the morning. Obviously all of us have tea and coffee, most of us. So here, this is the dry, the wet tea powder. It's still wet because I nicely removed the milk, like washed away the milk and drained the tea. I love the tea which I made. So this is the tea powder, which is still there, a little bit wet and moist. Okay, and it's still there. I have kept it so that I can show you how I'm going to add it into my plants, which will give us more nutrients. So let us add the tea powder into the plants so that it will give us more nutrients. So this is the creeper plant which I had shown you in my first video. So I'm adding a bit of tea powder into it so that it gives more nutrients to the soil. Tea powder gives a lot of strength to the plant for a longer plant life. So I have simply placed the wet tea powder into the plant. Here we go. You wouldn't see the difference because see, this is the wet one with the dark black soil, dark brown soil, and the light one. So you can simply place it above the soil and add a bit of water. So I'm going to do the same with the carrot as well. This was a carrot plant, if you remember. This is a picture, and I have a few more, a little bit more left, so I'm going to put it in my carrot plant. So here we go. We will simply place it on top, right, so that it gives more nutrients. So this is where I have just placed it here, if you notice, and here we go. Just on the top and at the side, here I have a leaf which is fallen off. So leaves are also even fallen off leaves. If you can drop them in the soil, that is also good instead of throwing them, the dead leaves. So I'll place it back. So my two tips for today basically were, number one, we added eggshells which we use in our daily eating life in our kitchen. So we haven't purchased anything here. So let me remind you that we will try to use as many things what we use in our daily life for us, as well as we can use these for plants as well. Most of us aren't aware of these tips, so I thought of sharing them with you. So these were my two tips for today, and I hope you guys have a bright day ahead of you. And coming up next is my second video wherein I will show you how to plant the fenugreek plant, and that will be my next video. Thank you guys for watching this video, and hope it helps you grow your plants in a more healthy way. So this is Laurel signing off. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and I'll keep my videos short and sweet so that all of you, I understand you all have busy lives, and you can take my important tips in a very short span of time. So I hope I'm helping someone or the other in this planet who makes use of these tips so that we can have a healthy plant life and a positive life as well. So this is Laurel signing off. Have a bright day. Bye. See you then. See you for my next video.